This little pink puffball perfectly portrays past by possibilities. Sitting here and thinking about it, I don't really know what I'm trying to accomplish with these videos. I'm not sure what good it does putting my failures out into the world. Today we're looking at another failure of my childhood, Kirby 64 and the Crystal Shards. Much like Star Fox 64 from the last video, I had no idea that there was more to the game after you got to the ending. I suppose if anything I can use these videos as an excuse to go back and finish what I started long ago, but when we're talking about Kirby, it means something a little different to me. I love Kirby. I got the Kirby games, the Kirby plushies, I watched the Kirby cartoons.
Kirby, 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 that's the name you should know. Kirby, 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 he's the star of the show. He's more than you think, he's got maximum pink. Kirby, Kirby, Kirby's the one.
And when I was younger, this was one of the few games that my grandmother would actually play with me in two-player co-op. That game was Kirby Superstar Saga, but I digress. Today we're gonna come back to Kirby and the Crystal Shards and I'm gonna beat it the whole way. This one's for you, Grandma. Among the many things that I've collected from Kirby, a terrified and panicked response to alarm clocks is one of them. Back when I was younger, the house I grew up in was relatively small, so I had to share a bedroom with my grandfather. This only lasted for a few years and I eventually got a bedroom of my own, but up until then I had an annoying problem. So the Kirby cartoon used to show on this TV segment called the Fox Box, which came on Saturday mornings at like 6 a.m. There were some other shows like Sonic X, Ninja Turtles, like a modern version, and other things. I think Mega Man Battle Network was on there once too, but I don't remember. Anyway, I had to wake up super early to watch these cartoons, and this was like my granddad's one day to sleep in, because he was still a working man at this point. So what I would do is I would set this alarm clock as muffled as I could underneath some covers for like 5:30, maybe 5:45 a.m. And then in the morning when it went off, I would wake up, dig through the covers like my life depended on it, and slam the alarm clock into the wall to get it to shut off. Yeah, the snooze and the off button were both broken. So essentially breaking the clock to get it to turn off was my only recourse. To this day, I don't know if I was actually successful in never waking him up, but he never said anything or made a fuss, so I'll just consider that a win. So the first time I played this game, the idea of like 100% bonus completions was pretty new to me. And from a gameplay perspective, it really didn't make a whole lot of sense either, right? I mean, I can just get to the end of any stage and bypass most, if not all, of the crystals. Why spend more time trying to collect things if they're not necessary? I would usually just get to the final cutscene and then consider the game over. I would be done with it. I suppose I must have been really stupid though to not see this face and know that something was still up. Whatever, this game was made for babies. I can probably finish it pretty quick. A lot of these crystals are out in the open and easy to find, but some of these are pretty dumb. Well, the crystals aren't dumb, I'm just dumb. A friend had to tell me that in order to get to some of these that are hidden behind barriers or barricades, you have to have the right copyability combination. Like this one. You see those two colors? Well, you gotta match up the colors to the copy abilities and then you come back and boom, crystal get. What bugs me about some of these barriers is that often the copy ability that you need to get by isn't in the stage that the barricade is on. Like this one, I need bomb. Where the hell is bomb? I gotta go back to another stage that I know bomb is on and then come back to this one. Luckily, leaving a stage is relatively painless. No life loss, just a quick button press. At least they made it easy. Have y'all ever heard the theory that this planet was supposed to be Earth? It looks pretty much like the Earth, but it's frozen over, as if this is some sort of post-nuclear winter dystopian worst case scenario nightmare. Yeah, look there, you can see North America, there's Australia. I think some of the future games also reference humans, but I don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole here. I've got a note here in my video recording logs that says lemon orange ass cheeks. What was that supposed to mean? Okay, I've acquired all the crystals. Here we are on the last planet. We are going to the last stage. It's almost over. We've almost done this. I can almost put a bow on this chapter of my life. Okay, this stage sucks. This stage just sucks. It's boring. It's long. I don't mind boss rushes, but this is just an enemy rush. This is just like the cannon fodder of the game. I don't want to deal with this. Just let me get to the boss. Jesus Christ, this boss is harder than I remember. Like, way harder. What is this shit? I keep dying and dying. Dude, I'm 30. How did I do this when I was 10? Okay, there we go. Big bad evil guy is dead. We did it. We're gonna get a new cutscene. I'm gonna get the new content. Right? Wait, what did I do wrong? That's the same cutscene that I always got. Did I like unlock a chapter? Am I supposed to go find something? Hold on. Whoops. I guess I just straight up missed 2 crystals here? How did this get by me? Whatever, this isn't an issue. I'll just grab them real quick and go back to the boss. Can't believe this double ice bullshit. Okay, now I triple checked and I have all the crystals. The boss hasn't changed and he's still just as hard. I can't believe it. I got a game over. Not this time, Jizzman. That's it. There we go. Boy's dead. Give me my reward. Ah, okay, things are different right off the bat. That guy just straight up exploded. Last time he just kind of blah, 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 blah. New cutscene? Did Kirby just pull out a cell phone? Can you hear me now? Good. Okay, this game has taken a wild shift and turned to something I never expected. This is Kirby 3D shooter. My girlfriend gave me a gun. What is happening? Bang, 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 bang. Dude, I've been circle strafing for like 10 minutes now and I cannot figure... Oh. Yeah, I should have picked up on that sooner. We did it. We did it. The thing is done. The queen is all happy and stuff. I've now got to enter a long-distance relationship with my girlfriend. Everything is right in the world and I can go have some cake. Are these fairy people ever seen in the series again? Well, y'all, this video did not end like the Star Fox video. Sometimes life is benevolent enough to give you the sweet taste of success after a long day's work. But you know what they say, you win a few, you lose a lot. So please, if you had a good time, subscribe. Join me on some future video games and story times. Thank you all for joining me on this adventure. I'll leave you now with some words of wisdom that were given to us by none other than Kirby himself. Poyo.